Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and I'm hanging out with Rorax on Forgecraft for episode 55 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. How you doing, Rorax?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready to do some building with you.
Awesome. So I came up with an idea, if you guys weren't watching the end of last episode, to build a computercraft controlled archery game. And I see Neptune and Pahimar have snuck in a TeamSpeak with us when nobody was looking. How are you two doing? Neptune just snuck in. He's like, I'm not going to talk. So anyway, hey, there you are. So I want to totally make this awesome archery game, which I did. Between last episode and this, I spent at least 2 days writing code, probably at least 5 or 6 hours worth of coding off camera. So I'm guessing you guys are appreciative of the fact that you didn't have 10 to 12 episodes in a row of recording me making programs and computer craft. So congratulations, you don't have to watch that because that would be terrible. But I will do, like I usually do for my big computer craft builds, a separate video where I explain the code. So those of you who are interested in how this works will have the opportunity to check it out. And now I've employed Rorax here to make me an awesome building, or help me make an awesome building, I guess, to house this archery game in.
Cool.
So
So,
all I need, Rorax, is a place to put some targets. I figured we could have 10 targets, but we could really have as many as we want. I wrote the code so it could be completely variable. So literally there's no extra change to codes at all needed in order to have more than one target. Like you can have 2 targets or you can have 100 targets and the code all works the same.
how much of a distance do you reckon, or area overall, do you think we'll need for the target range?
Well, I think distance could be, somewhere around maybe 10 or 20 blocks, whatever would be relatively like tricky. So, I don't want it to be like impossible. I want it to be like a medium difficulty game. And I also have difficulty levels in the code. So, but, also you get kind of a cool zoom effect going on. So,
So
if you
kind
use
of the
the
distance you're at now?
longbow, right? So this is the longbow, and this gives you a good zoom going on. So yeah, that might not be terrible. Maybe a little bit closer for, yeah. In my testing, I was a little bit closer, but I was just writing the code more so than anything. So let's see, like,
So if you stuck your... Yeah,
how's that? Good?
it's good distance, yeah?
I think so. Yeah, there's definitely some, like, falling range to the arrows, so that's good too. I would say that's good, because I do kind of want to encourage people to make the new Tinker's bows, especially the longbow for this game, because it also takes into account accuracy. So I'm going to want people to both
Yeah.
have the zoom feature and the accuracy, and really even more so is the hard difficulty. Like you basically need one of these longbows, and I'll show you guys why that's the case when we start actually setting up the target game. So all the computer craft code has been written. So today's episode is going to be placing down all the blocks that are required for the game, and then us also building the room for it.
Okay, so first things first then on my part, I think we need to level out the area we're going to use, and I'm just going to use my crazy blood magic spell to do that.
Okie dokie. I'm cool with that. Crazy blood magic spell away! I like how you knew exactly the radius of your blood magic spell. You're like, I know where it needs to be shot. Because you don't actually want to shoot it at the blocks, otherwise it'll go 3 or 4 blocks down. So what you want to do is
Right.
shoot it like 2 or 3 blocks above. I should have brought sand with me, huh? Well, I guess Rorax can
Well,
give me sand if you want some help.
I can get you a lot of sand, yeah.
Yeah. Just toss me a couple stacks and I'll start filling in some space. That's a lot of sand.
So while we're doing this, Dyer, have you had an opportunity to finally play with the complex spells?
I have actually. I think the episode that went live today demoed some of them, and I built your digging spell on camera.
Awesome.
Yeah. So your secret's out.
Well,
Yeah. Sorry.
it's less of a secret and more of a I wanted to encourage people to learn it.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that is there's really not a whole ton of documentation. right now. Like,
Yeah.
we have access to some because Way gave us like a here's how it works if you want to test it document. But I mean, aside from that, yeah, there's not much documentation that's publicly available. So it's hard for people like to figure it out, you know. How big of an area do you want here? Because I could go get my builder's wand if you want me to make this easier to fill in.
I think we've got a good area to start with now, just for like setting up the basics of your game.
Okay.
We can just start around doing one target and then see how we feel about expanding out the rest of the other 9 that you wanted to do and what
Sure.
direction and distance and thing we wanted to do. So,
Okay. Well, I have everything I need to get started with the targets. So, do you want to place down one thing wherever you want the target to be? And while you're doing that, I'm going to set up the computer, and we can move this later if we want.
there you go. Got some hay bales to stick your target on.
Okay. So, do you want the target like here, for example?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. So let me get, actually, this might be a little tricky being on sand because sand falls.
Yeah, I'll put the sandstone underneath it.
Okay, that'll work. So we should have at least 2 targets, by the way. So keep that in mind for now. Okay. So that's going to be 1 computer. Actually, the problem too, Rorax, is that I need access to the back. Well, I'll see if it transmits the redstone signal. How's that? I might need access to the back of the block because it sends the redstone signal to the back. So I'll see if this works, but I'm pretty sure
It won't be too bad if there's a hay bale missing at the back of the target, to be honest.
Okay. Because I need a redstone dust there to work properly. I can try it without. Let's try it without and just see how it looks. And if I need the redstone dust there, I needed the redstone dust when I was testing, but I didn't test with like anything behind the target. So let's try it.
The other thing we could do is we could sneakily put in some Ender IO uninsulated cable just in that one spot and then put a block painted like hay bale in there.
That's true. There we go. So that's activated to that. We'll see if this works. So the code that we want here, guys, is, let's see if I have the right one. Not this one, this one. So there is your pastebin code for every computer that's going to sit underneath a target. So get a spot for a second target for me too, Rorax.
And we want them all to be in the same kind of shooting area, don't we?
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, you know what I forgot is wireless modems. Let me run back to my base and get that. You know, I was forgetting something. I always forget wireless modems because I like, you know, filter out the fact that they're a separate thing. To the workshop we go. That should work. And then we'll have another one here. There we go. And like I said, I'll explain the code to you guys at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty cool, if I do say so myself.
I got a peek at it. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, did you see the pastebin that I sent?
Yep.
Nice. It's a lot easier to change these things. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm a bat. I guarantee it's because I'm a bat. I'm trying to right click on this and it's like not behaving properly, and I guarantee it's because of my view distance because I'm a bat. Okay, so that should be cool. Alright, we will see if this works, but it should. So here...
Diane, would you like me to go get my conduit probe? You can copy paste stuff with it.
Oh no, I don't need the conduit probe. I just needed the conduit to activate.
Gotcha.
Alright guys, so here is the paste bin code for the main program. I'm going to call it main target. Ta-da! Main target, no such file. Right. There's actually one more thing I need. I forgot I need a sensor from Open Peripherals. There's a reason I made Pahimar update the server, and it was Open Peripherals. Hey, there's Pahimar.
Yay.
Do you want to come into the workshop age and see what I'm building?
I actually jumped out because I'm doing some development.
Development Pahimar. Alright guys, the way the code is currently written, the sensor has to go behind, the modems always have to go on the right, and the monitor has to go on the left. If you feel like changing that, you can do it in the code. Alright, so Rorax, come stand over here by me. You ready?
Ready.
Alright, I need the button API too. Hold on, I need the button API real quick. I'll be right back, I have to go get that ready. Alright, so here you go, paste bin get, and this program must be called button or it won't work. And now, I'm ready. You ready, XCOM?
Show me.
Over here. Stand right here by me. Here goes nothing. Dun 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 dun. Who wants to play?
I don't have my bow.
I just want to check one thing real quick, because I had some debug code and I want to make sure it's correct. Dun 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 dun. Just changing one line, guys. Don't get upset. Don't yell at me. You can see I told you I wrote a lot of code. I wasn't kidding.
User joined your channel.
Hello, hello.
Hey there, buddy.
How are you?
I'm good.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
I want to
hello.
check the tick rate on the server, because it feels slow to me. Yeah, tick rate's really bad. What's causing it?
It's been
honestly wouldn't know.
stuttering.
I don't see any particular age causing it. Well, it's the overworld, apparently.
Yeah.
Something in the overworld is misbehaving, Pahimar.
It's kind
Fix
of like
it.
something in where the dimension most of the players play on is misbehaving.
Yeah, I know, right? You know what? It's
Tell me
better
that
now.
there's a
Maybe a
problem
world
with
backup was
Infinity.
occurring. It's
It was,
better.
in fact. There was a backup happening just a few moments ago, so...
okay. So here's the score list and all that stuff. There are 3 difficulty levels: normal, and you just right-click to change it to hard, right-click to change it to easy, and right-click to change it to normal. And the tick rate is affecting the responsiveness of the computer a little bit, so it should be almost instantaneous, but it's a little bit laggy, but that's okay. So who wants to play? I can start off if you guys want.
Go for it.
Give
Okay.
us a demo, Diane.
So all you have to do is hit play game, and the sensor on the back should detect all nearby players. So it found me
Oh.
and XCOM.
Okay.
Pretty cool. And then I'm just going to right-click
Yeah.
on my name, and it should say game starting. And there's 10 rounds. The first 5 rounds are 1 target at a time. So it'll raise 1 random target at a time, and then lower it once it's hit, or depending on the difficulty, after a couple seconds. And then on the 6 through 10 rounds, it'll raise 2 random targets at a time. And since we only have 2 targets, it'll always raise the same 2. But when we get to having more, which will be 10, you'll definitely see some more coolness. So,
Nice.
yeah. The targets drop as soon as they're hit by an arrow. Well, whichever one you hit, as a matter of fact. Except it's probably not counting any scoring, is it? No. Okay.
It's
I was-
not.
Yeah, that's because I need that redstone dust behind it.
Right.
I was afraid of that. So that's the thing I wanted to test. So let's fix that. So I need it to be redstone dust because when I had something else, it wasn't working entirely. So let me do this real
That's
quick.
cool. What I might go do, Dale, while you're playing with that, is I might go and fetch some insulated, uninsulated, sorry, EIO cable and see if that helps.
Well, I'm using insulated. Do you think uninsulated would be better?
Well, what I figure is uninsulated is the most like dust, right? And we can still paint that like hay bales.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that will work or not, but we'll see. So that's how I had it set up in my single player world, and this should work. So let's play a new game. Game starting. Oh, by the way, if there's only one player in range, it doesn't give you a player list.
Okay.
It's a good
just-
feature.
Yeah, it just assumes like, oh yeah, you're the one who's playing because there's no one else nearby. So now see how the targets are dropping as soon as I hit them? That's definitely the way it's supposed to work. And it should be creating a score over there. And the score is relative
It gives you
to...
a score every time you hit, and it adds to the total.
Yeah. And the score is relative to how close to the center you get. So the very center should be like 15 or 16, and the outer edge should be like 1. And a miss is 0. So you can see why you need a fast bow here, because when you get 2 targets at the same time, like you really need a fast draw speed. Vanilla bow will work for like normal difficulty levels probably, but when you get to the hard difficulty level, you totally need it. Difficulty levels is the target is up for 3 seconds on easy, 2 seconds on normal, and 1 second on hard. And then if you hit high score list, it'll give you the current high score.
Nice.
I think it lists like the top 10, and it writes it all to a file. So when the computer reboots it, it remembers it. Do you want to give it a
Cool.
try, XCOM?
I don't have a bow.
There you go.
All right.
So just hit play new game, and it should give you your name, and you click on your name, and you're good to go.
All right. Don't stand in the way.
You want to put
Probably
the bow in your
dangerous.
hand. There you go. That was worth 3 points. Oh, that was worth 10. Nice shot. Outer edge. That was 1 point. Nice.
Yep.
They're pretty quick on normal difficulty. It's a little bit hard with the 2. There you go.
I bet.
Cool. My score is nowhere near as good as yours, but I'm kind of not surprised.
That's okay. You know what? It's funny. I can't pick up these arrows. Can you pick them up?
I can pick them up.
I guess Boney has it targeted so that whoever dropped them, or whoever shot them, is the only one who can pick them up. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we should see your name now on the high score list.
Oh, yay!
And what's
That
cool
won't
is
be that long.
the high score lists are separate for the different difficulties. Well, at least it should be.
Sort of.
It is, but I don't know why it's not right
It's
now.
conjoining them.
It is conjoining them. Why would that be? I have to figure out why that is. Let me try restarting the program. It's probably not clearing a variable. Lua hangs on
Quite
to its
possibly.
variables like nobody's business when you write it wrong like I do. See, easy difficulty is a blank score list. You know what it is? It's probably not wiping out the variable, and because there are no scores for easy and normal, it's not
It's
resetting.
not clearing it. Yeah, that makes some sense.
So once there's a easy and hard score, or I could just add some code to clear it every time you run it, which it should be doing anyway. So
Yeah.
it
All
probably
right.
just skips the whole line if there's nothing in the file.
Rex is finished or fixed this.
Okay.
Not fixed.
Sadly.
Just want to see
Or-
if it works or not.
Aesthetically improved.
We shall see. So, did you do it on both sides?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I am going to play game again, and we'll see what
I'm
happens.
gonna get out from behind this thing.
Yeah, you don't want to be hit by these arrows.
Yeah.
It's working? Nice.
Good deal.
So you really want to try and be accurate, too, because you get a higher score for being in the middle.
Well, at the moment you don't have to be too accurate. That or
No.
you're really accurate.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's reading the analog signal Rorax. It's just reading
Yeah,
on and off.
it's digital only. It's not.
See, I thought I was awesome. I thought it
Yeah.
was just a really good
That's
shot.
unfortunate. Alright, well, we'll have to go
Well,
back
that
to
one
the
got
hole in the back
14.
then.
I was a
Maybe the
really good
analog
shot
is
for a
just
minute.
biased somehow.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would
yeah.
be strange.
Oh, by the way, it only
To me, it was
updates the
worth a
high
shot.
score list if your score is higher than your previous score. So my score at this point was 119, and it didn't update the high score list because my old score was 120.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty spiffy.
It is very nice, yes.
You can tell I'm a little proud of this.
I would be too. Nicely done.
Yeah. I know my
Good
way
job.
around the codes now and then.
Round the codes.
Around the codes.
Honestly, doesn't look that bad with a hole in it, to be honest.
No, it doesn't. I think it looks good. All right, guys, we're going to take a break and get ready. We're going to throw down, I think, some more computers, some more targets, and it's just going to be a repeat of what we've already done. So we will come back in a minute when we're ready to do that next part. All right, guys, we are back, and I'm recording once more. I changed the code a little bit so that the computer can be under at Rorax's request. So done and done. Ooh, I like the
Yay.
pillars next to the computer. That looks good. And we fleshed out the shooting range a little bit. Pretty cool. So at XCOM's suggestion, I added a test sequence code. Normally, what it does is it randomly chooses targets. Test sequence just goes through each one and gives you 3 seconds to hit them, and then reports your score just to the computer. So if you want to see your score, you have to actually look at the computer. I'll have to give you guys a new paste spin code if you want to have that test sequence feature. But basically, when I run it, it should pop up each target in a row and tell me if I hit it or not.
Mostly just so we can make sure that they
Hit.
all register hits.
5, 6. Nope. 7,
I must have missed that one.
8, 9. No, you got all of them in order. I think it just reported late.
No, you didn't hit 4.
4 is
Oh,
a hard
yeah.
one to hit. 4 is the one that's way up top.
4 is a hard one to hit.
You've got like arrow travel time to factor in.
That time I hit it.
Well, you hit 4 this time. Missed 3, but you hit 4 this time.
Yeah. You know what? The ones up top are hard because they can sometimes catch on the corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much to do about that one.
Yeah.
Aside from not have them on top.
Yep. So I want to test this. And when we were playing the other day, I could have sworn that when the targets fell down, the arrows became entities. But maybe that was just with the vanilla arrows.
Vanilla arrows do that,
Yeah. I thought...
but I have
these
not
ones
seen the
would
arrows
do.
you're using, so.
I'm using the Tinker's Construct arrows. So I'm going to
Yeah.
go grab some vanilla arrows, because what I was thinking was then have either the extra utilities or Hopper Hawks or something to collect the items and send them back to like an ender chest so that people can get the arrows back. I like the idea of the hay bales, by the way, Rorax. See, this is why I'm like, hey, Rorax, come help me make an archery range, because I would have done it in a cobblestone 9x9.
You see,
This
But-
looks fantastic.
I've intentionally kept it simple. It's just some hay bales and sandstone to match the desert. Yeah, I can see you trying to shoot me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay back out of the way here.
Oh, no, that's weird. The vanilla arrows are reacting to my ring, I think.
Oh, yeah, probably.
When they
Like,
become
it's not
entities, they
sucking them
drop
up.
again, or they...
When they become entities, it flies toward me, but I don't actually pick it up. It stays where it fell.
Do you have the
Time.
whirlwind effect on
That's
blood
cool.
armor by chance? No, you're not wearing blood armor.
Nope, I've got dark armor.
Yeah, and I took
Do
my
Do you happen
whirlwind
to have the
effect
whirlwind
off.
effect, Dyer?
No, I took it off. I have the sanguine helmet.
But yeah, those did become entities.
Yeah. So hopefully we can collect those and have, like, you know, some method of collecting them, right? And then I'm thinking, like, I might be able to get an extra utilities thing to work. I just have to see what kind of range it has vertically. I don't know.
What about the Ender vacuum chest?
I don't know how good of a range that has. Like, we'd have to have one for each target. I think with extra utilities,
Vacuum hoppers have a range of
like 5 or 6, right?
it's a 3-block radius.
The extra utilities one doesn't need line of sight, and it can be like a 30-block radius or something crazy like that.
Wow,
Oh, I know.
That'd be
The
good.
Hopperhawk, right? Because the Hopperhawk with mana has a really high range.
Does it have a range enough for this whole room? I was hoping to do it with one, if I can.
I think the Hopperhawk is the best. Alternatively, I can set up a rune of air,
From blood
blood
magic?
magic rune,
Yeah. Do you know
which
how
will
long that
definitely cover this space.
would it? Vertically too?
Yeah, it teleports it to the actual chest.
Nice. Well, we can figure that out. But for now, does anybody want to give the game a shot, Rorax? Looking at you.
I will, but I would like a bow.
There you go. Just hit play game. I'm gonna watch.
Did I hit it?
Yeah, now it's going. Why'd you morph into like a little thing?
Because my push to talk is title.
Oh.
Hilde, you mean?
I feel like that's like a disadvantage being that low.
Probably.
It really is, and also lag.
I was gonna say, wow, Rorax, you are a terrible shot. So that was pretty good. That was a 7-point score.
8?
Nice.
Nine points. Yay, I beat someone.
I
Beat
get about a
Rorax on
second.
lag morphed into something tiny.
If you want to switch into
What were
easy
morphed
mode, you
into, by the
can.
way?
Oh, I would. I just wanted to hit go as soon as you said so.
How do you like my high score list?
It's very neat. I love it.
Yeah.
I like how it collects all the players and then keeps them all in a list and keeps everyone's scores.
Yeah.
Just like a score list should.
Let me just
Yeah,
mention
but
that.
this is in Minecraft XCOM.
Just let me mention that tables in Lua, which are basically arrays, are like inherently randomized like all the time, and it's really hard to sort them.
What? It's not like pop and push?
No, like tables are kind of weird.
If you store things with non-numeric keys, then their order is arbitrary.
Correct. And I'm
What?
pretty sure. Yeah, and the keys that I use is the player name, right? So like, you know, data, the variable is like score list, and its player name is the key, and the value is the score.
Maybe you should have done it the other way.
Well, that's what I do in the high score listing. Is I iterate through that and create a whole new array, and make it the opposite, and then, you know, sort it.
Yeah. How do you handle duplicate keys?
I don't. I just assume that nobody will have the exact same score as anyone else. It's probably a problem, but
That's probably a problem.
yeah, I'll figure it out at some point. Yeah, make sure to hit your name or it'll go back to the main score, or the main screen.
What would it currently do if it got duplicate scores?
It would currently only display one of them, but it will store both of them.
Well,
Right.
it should work kind of alright behind the scenes, but I would have to test it. Here, go hit the new button, the play game button again, Neptune. I think it was playing as me. Man, you miss your button every time. If it comes up with the main menu again, you missed your name.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. I should probably remove my high score because that's when we had 2 targets.
But don't developer names on games always get to have the highest score?
I guess. Yeah, that one up on the top is really hard to hit.
I ran out of arrows. That kind of makes this difficult to do.
Oh yeah, that's here you go. Here's a stack.
That's a good idea, Mr. Wizard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Game over for Neptune. Try again, Neptune.
Yeah.
I'm kind of proud of this game. I think it's neat. Because it is
You did a
legit hard to
fantastic
do.
job.
It's legitimately a challenging game.
There, you're in the way.
Takes a lot of
There you
skill.
go.
Yeah. I was gonna put down this block and then I realized I was in the way. Ah.
The cobble block isn't really needed unless you're flying about.
Oh, okay.
Because from down where the player is, they can't see the hole.
Okay. You shot the monitor. I don't think that's a point.
I was sending out Rorax actually.
Should I increase the timer? Like, is 2 seconds too slow for normal difficulty? I feel like it is.
I think so, and
Definitely
also
too slow
it
for
doesn't
this
give you
lag.
a lot of time for lag. Like if
I
the
was
lag
getting
is
maybe
bad
half a
enough, it's
second.
possible that you only see it for a few moments before it goes away, and it's actually gone before you can shoot at it.
Yeah, I was getting maybe half a second.
This is
Mission
definitely pretty cool.
arrow flight time and so forth.
The problem is if you're tuning it around me as a player, then you're making it too easy for people with good connections.
Yeah. Well, right now I decided to go with easy is 5 seconds, normal is 4 seconds, and hard is 3. Does that sound...
Sounds good. Try
Before,
it. and let's
before
see.
it was 3, 2, 1. Now it's 5, 4, 3. I might go for the middle version.
What you could do is instead of having difficulty levels, have the number more or less exposed, and cycle through
Yeah.
the number directly. But that's
If only you could get the player's latency and adjust based on that.
that sounds
Yeah,
difficult.
I don't know if that'll work. All right, go
'Cause
ahead. Somebody
Minecraft
try a new
doesn't know
game,
that.
or actually give it a shot. Tell me if the latency's better for you.
Minecraft could know that, but it doesn't bother figuring it out.
Is it not working?
This is weird.
What's that?
Oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
Who built this and why?
Is it not working for your right clicking? There you go.
There it goes.
Maybe it wasn't registering because you had the bow in your hand. So the target will automatically go down if it doesn't actually hit. I think your arrow actually hit. Yeah, it hit the block underneath the target that time. So that probably counted as a miss. Yeah, those 2 up at the top are really tricky to hit. You really have to kind of aim higher, because if it descends just a little bit, it's going to hit the block that's right underneath it. Nice.
Could there be difficulty factors on the targets?
I was thinking that, but that would just be way too hard to handle.
Yeah, I can't think of an easy way to do it.
I mean, I could probably have, like, have a command line argument be the difficulty of the target, right? So, like, and then modify the delay based on that or something.
I think I hit you, Daya.
That's okay. I didn't notice.
He won't notice. You hit him with a normal bow.
Oh, man, Rorax beat your score, XCOM.
Oh no!
Yay!
I'm still beating Neptune though.
But thank you too.
I'm sure you'll get a much higher score this time, though, XCOM.
Maybe I should try it.
I'm
I want to
surprised
see
you
what
didn't
happens
notice that shot.
if people have the same score. I'm testing that right now. Oh, yeah, it only lists one of them.
Told you.
I should probably handle that somehow. I'm sure I could. It shouldn't be too hard to change. So guys, I obviously have some changes to make.
Playing with a longbow actually makes it a little more difficult because it has
Ow!
it has a natural accuracy deficit.
Yeah, but it also, like, you definitely want a bow that has long or real fast draw time.
Yeah, so maybe short bow would be best for this one, a Tinker's short bow. Or a crossbow.
Crossbow would probably
Yeah.
be cool.
Crossbow should
kind
be
of
good,
weapon.
actually, yeah. Alright, I'm going to play a quick game, guys, then we have to wrap up the episode. Oh. I think I missed. That's not bad. Maybe I'll add a very hard difficulty level for even less time.
That looks like it missed entirely.
Yeah. Also, I've noticed that the projectiles leaving the bow are a little bit buggy in the Tinker's bows.
It's because they don't sync properly with the client.
Yeah. So it always looks like they're shooting off to the right when they're not. I captured a screenshot of it and sent it to Boney, so he's aware. Oh man, I did terribly.
Yep.
Well, that's a little better.
How many
63.
seconds was that though, Diet?
What's that?
What difficulty was that?
That was normal.
Normal.
Haha, he beat you.
You did. Alright guys, so I think that's wrapping up point for the episode. So next episode, I'll probably come back here, make a few minor changes, like I want to try and collect, if you shoot vanilla arrows, they'll land on the ground as entities that can be picked up by like a hopper hawk or something. So I'll try and add something in here to automatically collect that. And maybe a couple of tweaks to the system, but overall, I mean, it's pretty much good. Rorax made it look awesome, and the game works. I'll make a couple code changes, like I said, to handle two players having the same score, not showing up on the score list, and one or two other minor changes. For now, Direwolf20 is signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.